Hey guys, we are live again with our weekly Facebook Live training. So you guys know the drill. Get started with entering your wins for the week down below in the chat box. And while I wait for all of you to come on and get connected, I am going to continue to invite and share this post so that everybody has time to get in. And you guys all have time to share down below. So I hope you guys had a really great week. I know that we're counting down to the holidays. Christmas is coming. Hanukkah is on its way. We will soon be on winter break. I hear the teachers already have their break coming up. I think tomorrow they're starting winter break for the elementary schools here in New York. So shout out to all the teachers who are finally getting some time to themselves to refresh and I guess enjoy some time off. I know they work really hard and I don't know how they deal with all those kids. So shout out to all the teachers. I'm kind of jealous because I'm like, you guys get to be off from now until Christmas. So you have all of that time to prepare your gifts, to do your Christmas and your holiday shopping. And I am just trying to figure out how to get everything that I have to do done within the time frame that I have and within the budget that I have. The budgeting this year is interesting to say the least. But that's actually one of the topics that I want to share with you guys today. So I'm so glad you guys can't see like anything below because I have boxes and boxes of gifts to be wrapped. I just made a basket. It was a basket that I made a while ago and I broke it in transportation. So it's here as well. I finally redid it. So I have a goal to just get it out to the owner this week before I break or tear something else. I feel like they don't make the cellophane as strong as they used to. And the tool, it was a wedding basket, so the mesh is like a light I don't know, clear, translucent, transparent kind of thing. And it looks beautiful. It does not really hold up all the product that I have in the basket. But keep an eye out for posts. I took some pictures, so I'll be posting them to share with you guys a little later on. But it's a really big, beautiful basket for a new couple. So I've been working this week on my Avon baskets for my customers. I had a couple of orders come in for little stocking stuffer type of baskets, so I've been working on those this week. I also, like I said last week, I did my first pillow box, and it's so easy to do. I just made a couple more. So I'll be posting images of those as well so that you guys can see. They're basically all the same. So look, if anything looks different, I tried to get everything down on a template. So for those of you who are working and producing a lot of stuff, I think the biggest problem with the baskets is just trying to figure out what can fit and what to put in. But once you have that down pat, just duplicate it and it moves a whole lot faster. FYI tip. So let me just give you guys another, I don't know, 2 more minutes to get going with your wins for the week. And as I always say, your wins don't have to be anything crazy. It doesn't have to be that you made senior executive unit leader. It can just be anything that you set out to do last week between our last call and this call that you accomplished, that you want to celebrate, that you want to just acknowledge yourself and pat yourself on the back for achieving. Because a lot of times, I don't know how it is with you, but with me, a lot of times I have things on my to-do list and I don't always get to do all of them. So I feel like, we should celebrate those little steps that we take to bring us closer to accomplishing our goals. I always say, eat that frog. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So it's those baby steps that will get you closer and closer to your goal. Oh, also, since we're getting closer to the holidays, I'm going to try my best to condense our calls, our live trainings. One of these days, I will not say call and I will get it right and say training. One of these days. But I'm going to try to keep our calls short. So we're actually going to be keeping this week's call and next week's call down to just half an hour. So if you can come in early and join and get your wins for the week down in the chat box, that would be great because that'll help us streamline and we won't have to spend that 10 or 15 minutes in the beginning waiting for everyone to connect and for Facebook to build an audience and so on and so forth. So um let's see, what else do I have for wins? I'm just excited about getting my stuff out. My biggest goal this week was to get out my holiday cards, and I'm still not done. I'm about halfway through all of my cards. So I'm sending cards to my team, and I wanted to send cards to all my customers too, and I haven't even touched that list yet. So I'm halfway through my team. I still have my customers to do. I've been trying to write as many as I can each day. I want to say, like, I don't have the luxury of sitting down with my cup of tea and my coffee and writing all my cards for the holidays. I am, doing a couple when I get home, doing a couple during lunch. I'm doing a couple when I wake up in the morning, and just trying to get a bunch together in with the little time that I have to do things. But I was just thinking about it the other day, and I feel like, it's moments like this that I appreciate my business, because I've been able to run my errands and deliver my orders. And this year, thankfully, I did a lot better with the orders. Usually I have a backlog. And this year I've managed, with the help of my helper. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for all of your help collecting orders and distributing them to your coworkers and your friends and family. Big help. But it's just been... I appreciate these times better, because I'm like, look at me, I'm working a business, I'm running a business in like half of my lunchtime, or in the 15 minutes that I have when I get ready in the morning, that I leave off for doing little random things. So I just appreciate that a lot more, and I'm sure you guys appreciate that as well, with your families and with your businesses. So it's just a small thing that I'm thankful for. So, all right, let's see what wins we have for the week. Hey, Lucy. Hey, Torian. Torian says she's at her sales meeting and she won the makeup palette. Oh, that makeup palette, Torian. That's best day. I love it. I've actually been using that palette and the, what do you call it? The makeup pots for the last month or so. I love them. So you are going to love that palette. Everything. Hey, Anitra. Hey, Kathleen. Anitra says she has 15 baskets for Sunday and one for Monday, plus she's growing her customers. Hey, Brenda. And Anitra says she also has cards to start writing. I always wait until like the week before Christmas to mail out my cards, and this year I was like, oh, I'm gonna start early, and it didn't happen the way that I had planned to. So thank you guys for sharing your wins for the week. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start off today with just sharing a couple of products that I have. I wanted to go through the campaign 1 brochure, but I guess I'll rattle off a couple real quick. The campaign 1 brochure, I think it's great because it has a lot of I guess you could say we're moving into winter fashion, but fall winter fashion. And this year, I think that the Avon fashion is among the best that I've ever seen. Like, I don't have a campaign 1 with me right now. I'm just mad. But I do have campaign 2. But I think that the fashion is just cute and really on trend. It's not, I feel like the Avon Signature collection is stepping its game up. I feel like I'm seeing less of a difference between Avon Signature and the Mark line, which I like, because Mark tends to be a little pricier and the Avon collection tends to be a little more affordable. So I appreciate that the older people's stuff is getting as trendy and as fashionable as the younger people's stuff. But we all know that the average age for the Mark customers is about 40, 30 to 40. So, just a, what do you call it? A recap? I don't know what to call it. But that scarf that I showed a few weeks ago on our last video, no, it was not last week, it was probably the week before that, but I was wearing a scarf. That scarf is so warm. This weekend in New York City, we hit below the 40-degree mark. It was about 20 to 30 degrees, and that scarf saved my life. So don't underestimate Avon scarves. Those things are really warm. I know people are picky about what they use and what they do, but that scarf is on point, and I would compare it to anything that I would buy from a brand name store or in a brand name line. But it was wonderful. It's super long, so you can wrap it around your neck twice, but it's also warm enough. I think it was originally in one of the spring catalogs, but it definitely transitions well into winter, which is one of the things I look for with items when I'm purchasing now, especially because I'm running low on closet space. I've been buying too much, and now I need to minimize my inventory. But I've been working on transitioning fall and summer items into winter and spring. Like today, I don't know if you could see, this is a t-shirt. I threw it on over a tunic, and it looks a little it looks crazy, but I kind of like it. I never know what to do with these neck things. They're always hanging off of me in odd ways, but it looked fine when I left this morning. But it's a batwing kind of tunic, but I just threw it on over a long sleeve shirt, and I've been wearing it. This weekend I wore one of Avon's t-shirt dresses, the green and black one. Just threw some stockings on and a sweater, wore it out, and I was warm enough. So that transitioned well. And a lot of my Avon dresses actually transition well into the winter. So keep that in mind. And when you're talking to your customers, they might be looking at an item and saying, oh, well, it's out of season. I'm not going to wear that now. Hey, Lisa and Renee. And they might be feeling like, that the season for that is over, but help them transition it. Like I mentioned earlier with the scarves, throw a big heavy scarf on over a low cut neck, and it'll still keep you warm. Avon had this cute little sweater hoodie thing. Oh, I think it was a campaign one. Yeah, not campaign 2, but it was like a shawl. It's the white and gray shawl that it's a super long scarf, but that was a great item for transitioning winter to summer clothes. So use that to kind of build your orders, and also take advantage of a lot of the sales that Avon has, because a lot of these items, once they're out of the catalog, they'll actually go into the outlet. So your customers could still purchase those items at a discount, so they save and you still get the sale, so you get the earnings. So it's a good deal. Another thing that I wanted to show you, oh, here we go. Mark. Have you guys seen these Mark fashions? Okay, so I was just saying how much I love the Avon Signature Collection and how it's getting closer to the Mark line. But I still feel like the Mark line is, I don't know, it's just, you live for everything. This bag. Right now, Avon, if you go to avon.com, they have a raffle giveaway that they're doing for your customers to enter. They can enter the raffle for free. They don't have to purchase anything. And it's on your website. You can enter as well as a representative. But this bag is one of the items that's included in that giveaway. And I actually saw it first in the giveaway, and I got so excited. I was like, that bag is Avon? I want one. And then I saw it in the Mark Magalog, and I was like, okay, so if I don't win the giveaway, I might just have to purchase this for myself. And another item that's on trend are these booties, these wedge-shaped booties. I'm a wedge girl because I do a lot of walking and I walk fast. My mom is always saying that I don't walk like a lady because I am just like, I need to get from point A to point B in as little time as possible. So if I had to move and, bob and weave like Speedy Gonzalez, it's what I'm gonna do. So I don't do well in super high heels because you can't run in those, basically. You can't run up and down stairs. You can't run on the cracked New York City streets. So wedges give you a little more stability. And I find that people who aren't really big heel fans, people who aren't too fond of the high heels, or if they feel more comfortable in like boots and shoes, these are great accessories. And like I said, they're on trend, so they're very popular right now in other areas. The heel is 3.5 inches, so it's not for the faint of heart, but it is a super cute booty. And as I said earlier, I love scarves and shawls, so this poncho guy I love. So I am looking forward to campaign 1 and 2 for those reasons. And last but not least, this is an item that's actually already out, but these winter boots. I don't think I've ever seen Avon carry boots like these, but I was just like, oh, how functional. Unfortunately, I already have a pair, so I won't be purchasing these storm boots, but they're fur inside. So for your customers who are in the cold states like where I am now, so that their feet don't freeze, these would be an awesome pair of boots. And in campaign 2 they are buy one get one 10% off. But the reason why I have campaign 2 and campaign 1 is because I got all excited and I forgot to bring the campaign 1 to do my video. I always carry one in my purse, but I gave it away last week to a woman I met, so I forgot to replace it. But surprise, surprise, in the campaign 2 brochure, Carlos posted and shared this with me, and I finally see it. Avon is going to be featuring the Boss Life campaigns. Yay! I am so super excited. Okay. So, I believe they're going to be featuring all of the Boss Life campaigns in all of the upcoming catalogs. So it'll be me, Carlos Milagros, Lydia, and Lisa Scola in the Boss Life. But I am just like, we're in the Avon catalog. I feel like I've made it. Like, I don't know why I'm more excited about this than Better Homes and Gardens. And I was super, super excited about Better Homes and Gardens. But I feel like, you know, this is home. This is where we as Avon reps live. So I'm just excited to see that's me. That's my face. I don't know, guys, but not for nothing. Like the other day I was flipping through the What's New catalog, and I like to read the little tips and ideas of the representatives that the What's New catalog features, because I feel like no matter how long you've been with Avon, you'll always find something new that you didn't see before, or you know, you get a new tip or idea. So I really love and enjoy reading those, and I'm flipping through and, you know, reading the comments and the tips from the other reps, and I get to one and I start reading. I was like, oh wait, she looks familiar. That's me. So it's just it's one of those moments. But anyway, back to training. So now that these recruiting, this is basically a recruiting flyer for you in the back of your Avon catalog. Is the second to last page. So you could put your recruiting flyer in here with your information. You could put a recruiting sticker on here that says, like, contact me if you're interested in joining the opportunity. But I love this because a lot of times when we get our brochures out to people, we don't necessarily have the time to share the opportunity with them. We may not have time to strike up a conversation. It might just be in passing. Renee says she wants my autograph. Please, girl. My autograph is worth nothing, but you know I will. So this is an opportunity for you to share the benefits of having an Avon business. And these ads, I really like them because they each tell a story about an existing representative. Like Lydia has the story of being a mom. Carlos and Milagros Garcia have the story of being a couple. And it's great because I like that Carlos is in there, because a lot of times for men, we give them the book, which of course has a woman on the cover, and they're like, oh no, Avon is for women, you don't have anything for men, you could just flip to the story. Or while you're talking to someone, remember in a few videos ago I was telling you, when you're talking to the customer, just kind of flip through the catalog and let her eyes catch the products. While you're flipping, flip the other way now, so that you see the products first, and then you kind of end on a note of, you know, by the way, do you know of anyone, a college student, yeah, that's my story, a college student who might need extra income, but this is a feature for you. We spend I spend quite a bit of money on postcards and flyers and labels, the little recruiting booklets, which I love, and I love all of them, and I feel like they all have a use. But this is a recruiting flyer that you don't have to print. It's already in the brochure. Avon did the printing for you. It's glossy pages. It's full color, so it's not a black and white sheet. It's a great opportunity for you to get the conversation started about building your business, to share the opportunity, and to showcase some of the benefits of having an Avon business. So share my story, share all of the other stories, and get the conversation going with your customers. The brochures, when I first started, my second or third district manager said something that always stuck with me. She said, you know, there are two types of representatives. There are order takers and sales representatives. Order takers are the people who give the book. They don't have conversation. They don't, you know, follow up on samples. They give out the brochure, and if the customer wants anything, they call, they take the numbers down, and they submit them. There's no building on the orders. There's no cross-category selling, link selling, or bundle selling. It's just, you know, exactly from the book to the order and back again. They're not, you know, building on the products to be able to say, you know, this product is great for you, or try this product, or, you know, I see you like this product, have you tried that? There's none of that. Those are the people who are just order takers. And then there are salespeople. Salespeople are the ones who are talking about the products, who are sharing the benefits, who are getting to know and learn about their products and the benefits, who are testing the products out themselves so that they can share their personal experience, who are getting feedback from their customers, you know, following up on the samples, finding out what customers like and what they didn't like when they try new products, and then using that information to forward and share to other customers to help those customers find products that they like. So we don't want to be just order takers. We want to be, you know, salespeople. We want to be the people who are, you know, not the used car salesman kind of salespeople, but people who, you know, who know their product and are educated enough to help educate their customers. In this day and age, I know there are a lot of YouTube videos where customers and representatives can go and watch videos on the products that they need. But even then, there are so many products within the catalog, so many products within the drugstores, within the world, that, you know, people can get overwhelmed and just decide not to purchase anything. But it's our job. I keep saying it's our job to help the customers find products that'll benefit them in their lifestyle. So don't just be an order taker. Be a person who has conversations and share the opportunity. Pay it forward, because you know whose life you could be changing. This is probably my millionth time of telling you guys that I didn't just sideways walk into an Avon store account. Somebody shared the opportunity with my sister, and while at the time it wasn't right for her, I then got the information, and then it was something that I decided to do. So this is another reason why it's great, is because if you forget to even put in your recruiting flyer, there's something here. But you know, if you can strike up that conversation, a lot of people don't realize what they can do with their Avon business. They don't realize that you can make money with it, that you could be successful with it, that you could pay bills, get out of debt, support your family, raise kids, quit your job, and all of that. So it's important to share the stories, not just those of us, not just the stories of those of us who are in the commercials, but your story as well, because you never know who you inspire. I mean, like I said the other day, you guys have been so awesome and inspiring to me, like hearing your stories and your wins for the week. Those of you who are moving title and having events. By the way, Dorel better be in here talking about her event. Having events and, you know, building your business, that inspires me. And I've been appreciating you guys sharing your stories that I have inspired too. I never in a million years, and even now I kind of struggle with, like, my story inspired you? How? But you never know who you will inspire to do something different, because there are always people watching you and watching your actions, so you may not realize it. But when the best way to shut up the naysayers is through just having your own success. So all those people who are telling you you can't and you couldn't, blah blah blah, just be successful and show them, and then those same people will be coming back to you and saying, you know, how did you do that? How do I get started? And then you could say, well, you know, if you had started way back in the day when I started and I told you to join, you would be with me too. But I digress. So share your stories as well. Just use the flyer in the brochure as a conversation starter. Let's see. Oh, Renee asked me, what's my opinion on the tote? I don't know, Renee. You know, I have to see it in person, because whenever Avon comes out with a new product and I see in the brochure, well, not whenever, but a lot of times I kind of go, whatever. And then I see it in person. I'm like, can I have one? But this one, I'm excited about the fact that it has all these pockets, because you know what our handbags look like. They always look a mess. My handbag especially. But I was excited that it has the all the different pockets where you can separate, and I think it has a zipper. No, only a zipper on the outside. One thing I would say is I wish that Avon had more zip top kind of tote bags, because riding the New York City subway with your bag on your shoulder with anybody who can just put their hands in, that kind of freaks me out. So I like bags with zippers. But I don't know about this. I think I would have to see it in person. I'm not a big fan of nylon. I prefer leather-like kind of items, because I am that destructive. And for me, when I see or hear fabric, I'm like, you're gonna tear that. But I don't know. I guess I have to see it. So when you guys take some pictures when you get it and do a video. Do a video of your bag. Let's see more videos, guys. Let's see. Kathleen says she loves the Mark line this season. Renee says, yeah, totes are her downfall. She has a closet full of totes. Girl, if I could show you the totes that I have, the bags are getting out of control. But look at me. I just told you I wanted to buy that red Mark bag. I don't need it, but I want it. Renee says she loves the black ones. Oh, thank you, Renee. And Kathleen, thanks, girl. Hey, Cordelia. Hey, Milagros. Oh, Renee has a win for the week. She says she did a fragrance survey at school today with their male teachers. That has got to be interesting. I would love to hear more about that because the guys are, oddly enough, not for nothing, the guys get on us ladies for our fragrances, but I think guys are just as, if not more, picky than women when it comes to fragrances. We will have like a million of them open at the same time, and maybe guys will have one or two, but that fragrance, it's like, I don't know, it's like their handwriting is in it. It has to be perfect. Let's see. Milagro says, love what you do. You can make money. Exactly. And yeah, Kathleen says that the utility tote bags looks nice in person. Okay, so Kathleen says that the utility bag looks good in person. She saw the blue one. She sold, excuse me. Go girl, go ahead, Kathleen. Kathleen sold the blue one. So good job, girl. I feel like, yeah, once the customers see it, then they like it. But I have to, like I said, budget. So I think I might be putting my money towards the red bag. Not that I need it, but I just want it. All right, so really quick, before I go, last item that I want to talk about is RepFest. For those of you who haven't heard, and I don't know how you would not have heard because it's on the splash page of youravon.com, and Avon sent the email, but RepFest has been announced. It's going to be in Nashville from August 5th through 7th, 5, 6, 7, or 6, yeah, 5th through 7th of August. It's the first week. Saturday to Sunday. Check my dates. You're currently being recorded on I'm recording on my calendar. My calendar, my notepad, my camera, my YouTube live training. My phone is everything. But RepFest is coming. It's going to be in Nashville. So guys, I wanted to do a whole video. I was thinking about doing this video on saving up for RepFest, but I have a video that I did a few years ago, and I believe the Onward group, they have some posts that they've been sharing about how to save for RepFest. I will be honest with you, I start saving for next year's RepFest at the end of the last RepFest, and I put away $100 a month, $50 a campaign, $25 every 2 weeks. And when you break it down like that, yes, when you get to August and you're trying to put together $1,200 or $1,000 or $700 to go to RepFest, then it's going to be hard to get together all of that money. But right now, you have, what, 8 months? If we skip December, let's just pretend we're already in January. If you start in January, you have 8 months to save up the necessary funds. What I usually do is, for me, for my own peace of mind, I usually say, okay, just put aside like $1,000. Divide that by 12, save, if I save $100 a month, it's about $1,200 if I save for all 12 months. But the reality is, in December, I might use that money for gifts, not save as much, because $1,200, I don't think I've ever gone on a RepFest that cost me more, that cost me anything near $1,200. But, so I say, my goal is $1,000 for the trip. So I put in my mind to set aside $1,000 each month. There might be a month or two where I miss it, so be it. But try to, as much as you can, start saving from now. Even if it's putting away $25 per campaign. $25 per campaign for 10 campaigns is $2,500. Where's Lisa to check my math on that? 25, 10, yeah, $250. Ugh. Bear with me, it's 8 o'clock. $250. But a lot of times that may, Avon has the incentives where you can earn maybe a free hotel stay or a free flight. I've seen them do all three: the cost of registration, the flight, and the airfare. So even if you save $25 for 10 campaigns and you have that $250, that might be the hotel, that might be the registration, and then you only have to worry about the rest. But it's really important that you start saving from now. I have my money in a separate bank account that I can access, but that it takes extra effort to access. I am seeing a lot of hearts. You guys are excited about saving. Good. I hope you guys are excited about RepFest. But put the money in a place where you can't access it, but it's hard to get to. Like a piggy bank that you have to smash. Like bring it back to, elementary school and when we were younger and you put stuff in the piggy bank. Put in, $25 in there every week. Every time you do your sales, throw $50 in there. If you don't see it, then you realize that you can live without it. When I first did this, I looked at my budget. I was like, I don't have $100 to put away, but I set it so that it automatically gets withdrawn out of my bank account. So I deposit all of my Avon money, and the bank will take out that $100 to pay my put in that savings. So when I go now to pay my bills, it's just not there, and I'm not factoring it in. The other day I looked and I was like, oh, good, $400. I didn't even realize, but it was because it was just being automatically withdrawn. I also find that if it's down to me to take the money from my customers and put it in a piggy bank, I don't do it sometimes. I'll hold in my wallet like, I got money. And then I go to spend. I'm like, shoot, that was not my money. Do not put it in your wallet. Put it somewhere separate. As soon as you get it, 1st of the month, 9th of the month, whatever it is. Mine, I set it to come out every, the 1st week of the month. The 2nd and the 4th week of the month. Sometimes you got to play these games with yourself so you don't see like, oh my gosh, where did $100 go? But if you see like a 50 disappear and another 50 there, you don't really feel it as much. And you'll realize that before you know it, you've got money set aside. And I know it's going to be a different amounts for some of you. You may not be able to put aside $100. Maybe your Avon business is your sole source of income. Okay, put aside $10 every week. $10 every week, 4 weeks in a month, that's $40 a month. 10 months, $400. Got it right that time. But $400, that might be an airfare. You might be able to share a room with a friend. That'll cut your costs even more. Maybe you can go, sometimes, I didn't do it for last year, but I try to go, I give myself some float. Like I might arrive the day before or leave a day after conference. I try to arrive the day before because I hate just, hitting the ground running, which I did this year in Vegas. So I try to give myself some float room. Maybe if you find your budget is tight, go like the morning that conference starts and leave the evening that conference ends. Sometimes you have to do that. That's fine. But the point is, what's most important, and I'm over my time again, what's most important is that you go there. Why? One, because you could be the next winner of a trip to Tahiti. Okay, maybe they'll do somewhere else. But you can win awesome prizes. I mean, last year, if I didn't go to RepFest in Las Vegas, I wouldn't have won the trip to Tahiti. So if for no other reason, go for the chance to win a fully all-expense paid trip to some exotic country. Number 2, you will meet other representatives. I will certainly, God willing, be there. If everything else is possible in my life, I want to be there. So I will be there. I'm pretty sure Milagros and Carlos, Molly Bibb, a lot of the big people that you watch online, Renee, Kathleen, Anitra, all of these girls that you've been talking to in these conversations and in these chats and videos for the last couple of weeks, they're going to be there. So you get to meet and connect with other representatives. So it becomes more than, just the face behind a computer screen. You can meet and talk and discuss and share ideas. Every single year when I go to RepFest, I come back feeling so re-energized and so, motivated to get out and get stuff done. And usually it's the end of August, right? It's beginning of August, but it's the end of the year. We're usually about to start 4th quarter, which is our biggest selling season of the year. That's when you want to be energized. And not for nothing, but I meet a lot of ladies who have been in the business for a long time, but they're disconnected. And when you're not connected, you lose your momentum, you lose your excitement. Usually your sales start to decrease. You start skipping orders. I've been there and I've done that. And I realized that it was because I was disconnected. And knowing that, I made a commitment to try and get plugged in. And, being a part of RepFest, that was me saying to myself, I went to, my first conference was the one that they did in Las Vegas. Not this past one, but the previous Las Vegas conference. So maybe 3 or 4 conferences ago, if I'm correct. I did 2 in Orlando and 2 in Vegas. So yeah, 4 conferences ago, I went to Las Vegas with a friend. Shout out to Muriel. She was a representative at the time as well. And I sat in that crowd and I listened to the stories of success of regular people who were just like me, who were coming up sometimes from situations where they were struggling more than I did. And I talked to people who overcame different obstacles in different areas. I'm in an urban environment. I got to talk to the people in rural environments and see how they dealt. I mean, sometimes I'm complaining, oh, I gotta deliver orders to customers in Manhattan. There are some of you out there who are driving into different towns and different cities to deliver your orders, which is amazing. But I don't hear those stories unless I'm connected to you guys. So when I was at that RepFest, I said, you know what? So help me God, I am not going to miss another RepFest. So I have tried my hardest to make it to every single one. And last year's Tahiti winning was just, saying, okay, I said I'm going to be here. I showed up and this happened. Like, could never have planned this. But it comes from those little commitments for you to say, I want to do this. I'm going to make this happen. And you can do it. Break it down into little goals. Set a goal for how much you save. I went on to kayak earlier today and I said, okay, how much is a flight and hotel for 3 days going to cost me from New York City to Nashville? And it came out to about $700 for one person. Usually if you travel as a group, you could save a little. Of course, if you share the room, you'll save that as well. But I said it, okay, well, $750. So it looks like I'm on track with my goal. Last year I did the same thing. I had a goal, I think it was like $600. And then when I realized how expensive Vegas was, I had to increase my goal and make that adjustment. Do whatever you have to do, but you have to have a number goal. Don't just say to yourself, oh, I'm going to put aside whatever money I have towards RepFest, because what's going to happen is you're not going to have any money left over. If you wait till the end of the month to look at your budget and say, or look in your wallet and say, okay, now I'm going to take the pennies that I have left to put into RepFest, you're not going to find anything. Or what you find is not going to be enough to really make a significant impact in your traveling. So, yeah, Milagros is like, yeah, I'll see you there. Renee says you can use your President's points. Yeah, last year I actually used a lot of my President's points to offset the cost of the trip. So there are going to be different incentives that are going to happen to help you offset the cost. But I'm telling you, do not rely on those. It is so, I don't know how to explain. It's like a weight off your shoulders when you're ordering and paying for the flight and the hotel and the room, and you're just like, yeah, I got that. Yeah, I got that. That money's set aside. And on the other hand, when you're like, okay, I got $25 in this purse, and looking in the couch and pulling out your chains and trying to find all your money, it gets crazy. You don't want to be in that predicament. Even if you could say, okay, look, I have $500, that will cover my flight. Boom, that's one less thing I have to worry about. If Avon comes out with an incentive, or if Avon lets you use your President's points, or if you get a leadership bonus for advancing title, whatever, if happens, if that thing happens that helps you get closer to your goal, then great. But don't rely on that. Don't rely on the last minute for Avon to do an incentive to give you free flight, travel, and hotel, because they may not, which is what happened in RepFest last year, and a lot of people were disappointed. Save from now. If you use the extra funds, great. If not, you can always use it for something else, which is what I had to do. I went on vacation with my family, which I wasn't planning on doing, because I had a little left over. So plan. And as my mother says, save. It sounds less annoying when I say it, though. but I just wanted to push that on you, and I'm going to keep pushing it. As a matter of fact, I am going to try, as I may, at the end of every one of our upcoming calls, to do a little tagline, and I want to hear some tracking. If you guys are on point, set that as your goal, and if you're tracking towards your goal, share that in the group. And another thing I want to share, it's on my phone, which is currently recording. But another thing I wanted to share was an app called Mint. If you go to mint.com, it's an app provided by Intuit. It's a financial planning, budgeting app that you can use on your computer and on your phone. I love this app because it is one of the things that helped me get out of my debt to track my income versus my expenses. And it's easier sometimes than using a spreadsheet. So Renee, I will write you a note from school so that you can go to RepFest myself. And I will sign it too. Use the Mint app. It has a goal setting feature, so you can decide. It helps you pick, like, okay, I have 2 people going for how many days. This is how much I expecting to spend on food, flight, hotel, whatever. You put it into the app, and it will generate an estimate of how much you want to save, and it helps you track. You connect it to a bank account, which is what I did. I have a bank account just for RepFest, vacations, but it's really just RepFest. But I have a bank account just for that. So when Mint looks into that account, it tells me how close I am to my goal, whether it's 25% or 50%. It'll tell me down to the week if I'm on track, if I'm behind 3 weeks, or if I'm on track ahead 3 weeks. It'll let me know that so I can allocate my funds accordingly. So check out that Mint app. I'll put a link in the video below, and get to RepFest. I want to see you there. I want you to run me down the hallway and then we could go for drinks. So okay, so that's my video for today. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm looking forward again to hearing your success stories, and now from now through the rest of the year, how you're tracking for your RepFest. And share this with other representatives, because when a lot of us go, we have so much fun. Trust me, I've gone to RepFest on my own and I've gone with friends, and I see, you know, the difference it makes when I go with people I know and when I see people that I recognize even from Facebook. So plug this, share it with people, tag people, let us know what you're doing to get to RepFest. If you're selling baskets or just increasing your orders, let's do this, guys. All right, have a great night, and I will talk to you soon.